very much, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to Lessons from the Bible this morning, and we want you to know that we appreciate it and hope that the lessons that we have will be encouraging and edifying to each and every one. If you have any questions concerning anything that we might say, we want you to feel free to let us know. And you can do that by giving us a call at 216-5856. Let me invite you to the services of the Lucas Street Church of Christ at 824 Lucas Street here in Athens. Their service begins at 10 o'clock for worship, and they are situated where you can either go inside the building if you would like to do that, or you can sit in your car and you can tune in to 101.9 and listen to the sermon there. And afterward, they will come out and serve you the Lord's Supper and give you an opportunity to give. So that's the Lucas Street Church of Christ, 824 Lucas Street here in Athens. I would love to have you to come and to be with us at the Swancott Church of Christ. Our worship service begins at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, and we also meet on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for another period of Bible study, and we would love to have you to come and to be with us at that time as well. So if the opportunity presents itself, then please come and be with us. This morning, I want you to think with me about trusting in God. What it means to trust in God. We are living in a unique time today. The pandemic has changed a lot of things in our lives so far. It has changed things that we never thought would probably happen, but it did. And so, because of the pandemic and all the changes that it has brought to us, in this world in which we live, don't you think that we need to think about putting our faith, trust, and confidence in God? We need to trust God. Whether things are going good or whether things are going bad, we need to always put our faith and trust and confidence in God. Now, for the individual, the Bible tells us that if we put our faith and trust in God, then we are blessed. We are blessed beyond measure. Because the Bible says in the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse number 7, it says, "Blessed is the man that trusts in the Lord, and whose hope is the Lord." So we can be blessed. You and I can be blessed. We can be happy. No matter what goes on around us, we can be happy, we can be blessed. But it is based upon the fact that we must put our trust in the Lord. The Bible also tells us in the book of Psalms, chapter 1, and let's just turn over there and read that. In the book of Psalms chapter 1, notice what it says. "Blessed," that is happy, "is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night." And then he goes on to say, "And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever he does shall prosper." Blessed, happy is the person that put their trust in the Lord. The Bible also tells us in the book of Psalms chapter 56 in verse 3, that we are not to be afraid. Why are we not to be afraid? Because our trust is in the Lord. Notice with me, if you will, in Psalms chapter 56 and verse number 3. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. So the psalmist says, when I am afraid, if I am afraid, Lord, I will put my trust in thee. Isn't that the attitude that all of us need to have? When things are going good, when we are happy, when we are afraid, it doesn't matter. We should put our faith and trust and confidence in God. Because we know that God is the ruler of this world. God made this world. The Lord made this world. He is in control. So no matter what happens, no matter what may come our way, let us put our faith and our trust in the Lord. The Bible also tells us in the book of Psalms chapter 37, and let's begin reading with verse number 1. It says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of that heart. Now, friends, it can't be any plainer than that. Trust in the Lord. And if we put our trust and our confidence in the Lord, then he's going to give us the thing that we need in this life. Trust the Lord. The Bible also tells us it is better to trust in the Lord than to put trust in man. And Psalms 118, let's just turn there and read that. In Psalms 118, beginning with verse number 8, notice what it says. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we all had that kind of attitude? But it seems as though that in our society, it's just the reverse. We tend to put more confidence in man than we do in God. And I say that because it seems as though when you look at the religious world around us, people are more interested. People are practicing things that is being taught by mankind that you can't find in the Bible. So that being the case, then that says that mankind in general put more trust in what another man says rather than what God says. But it is better, brothers and sisters and friends, for us to trust in God than to put confidence in man. God keeps those that trust in him in perfect peace. That's what Isaiah chapter 26 and verses 3 and 4. It is easy to say that I trust in God when times are good. And it is, isn't it? But what about when times are not so good? What about hardship? What about when things are not going good? Can we put our trust in the Lord? Absolutely, we can. Christian can be joyful when the world Panic because we see the one that is invisible. Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 27. The Bible also tells us Paul was optimistic when his time came for him to die. He wasn't sure about his future, but he was sure about the one that holds the future. So Paul, in the book of Philippians, Paul's idea was, well, if I stay here and live, I'm going to work for the Lord. I'm going to do the Lord's will. I'm going to put my faith and trust and confidence in the Lord. But if I happen to die, then what's going to happen? I can go on and be with the Lord forever. And that's the attitude that a Christian need to have. Now, I can understand, and I can see people that are not Christians who fret and get upset and get high blood pressure and just start panicking. I can understand that. But I can't understand why those who call themselves Christians can get all upset and panic when things are not going good. To me, and this is just me, to me that says we don't have much confidence in God if we can't trust Him when things are not going good. Let me say that again. That says when we get all panicky when things are not going good, that says that we do not have faith and trust in the Lord. Because when you look at the Lord and His people, Old or New Testament, God has always worked out everything for good, as Romans tells us, for those that love Him. So, whether things are going good or whether things are going bad, let us put our faith and trust and confidence in God. And if you haven't obeyed the gospel of Christ, you haven't put your faith and trust in God because you haven't obeyed Him. So why not obey Him today? When you look at what they did in New Testament times and being obedient to the gospel of Christ, they heard the good news of the gospel, they believed it, they repented of their sins, they confessed Christ to be the Son of God, and they were baptized for the remission of sin. My friend, when we do that, that's the start of us putting our faith and trust in God. And if I can help you in any way to do that, please let me know. I see that my time is gone, and I appreciate you for yours. Until next time, we bid you a pleasant good day.
Let us break bread together. All I need